In the last part, we have seen the sorting algorithm that are based on divide and conquer design, algorithm designing technique, right? So that is nothing but the merge sort and quick sort. In this part, we are going to see heap sort only. Okay. So what we do in heap sort, we are given an array which we are going to sort using heap sort. So from that array, we are first going to create a max heap. If you can remember, in max heap, what we have, uh, each node is going to be greater than both of its children. Okay, so that was the property that was followed by each of the nodes in a max heap, right? So the array that we are given we will create first a max heap out of those array. Okay, now you can remember that in case of heap, since heap is a heap is a complete tree, what we can do, we can represent it using an array, right? So that's why we can have a heap uh, in this algorithm to, while we are sorting it. Okay, so again, if you can remember, if we represent it represent a tree using an heap, using an array, what we have uh, the children of ith node, ith element is nowhere but the left children is at 2i index, 2ith position, and the right children is the 2i plus 1 position, right? So from that relationship, we are basically having a tree-like structure of heap here. Okay, so it is not that we are having a linked structure. We are doing it within the array itself, which we are given, which are given to us as an input to the heap sort. Okay, so first with the given array, we are going to create a max heap. Okay, and next in each iteration, we swap the root element with the last node of the heap. So if you remember that last node, so uh, the root element of the heap is nothing but the maximum element because it is a max heap, right? So if we take it out from the root and swap it with the last element of the heap, what will happen? The last element is nothing but the last element of the heap is nothing but the last element of the array, right? So if you swap it with the last element, the maximum element is going to come into the last position, right? Okay, so once we are having a max heap, we are taking the root out of it, and we are swapping the element which are at the last with this root. Okay, so the root will come to the last, and the last element is going to come to the root, and then what we will do? So now if you consider at this position, so the highest element has come to the last, right? So the highest element has come to the position where it should be. So what we can do, we can reduce the size by 1, reduce the size of the heap by 1. We are not reducing the size of the whole array, we are reducing the size of the heap by 1 logically, and then we are again applying reheapify because we have put an element which out of the last element, right? So that element is going to violate the heap property. So we reduce the heap size by 1, and we'll reheapify so that the heap property is restored. Okay, so we'll reduce the heap size by 1 and we'll do reheapify. So once the reheapify is done, what we will have, we will have the uh, again the max element out of the remaining element in the top position. Okay, in the root. uh, Once we have completed the reheap, so what we'll again do, we'll take the maximum element at that time, which is nothing but the second max element, and we are going to put it in the last element of that heap, right? Or excluding the highest element. So if we again swap it, okay, and we'll redo this process. Okay, so we'll continue this iteration until the heap is exhausted. So yeah, if we again do this, so the root, which is now the second highest element, is coming to a position which is the uh, uh, second right position, right? I mean the second to the last position. So that means the second highest position is going to put into the second last position. Okay, so where it should be in the sorted array. So again we reduce the heap size by 1 and again reheap by. So in this way, what is happening? Each time we are finding we are reheapifying, we are making a max heap out of the remaining element, where we are having the maximum element out of the remaining element at the top, at the root, and we are putting it into its respective place, and we are again reducing the size of the heap. So in this way, the heap size is getting reduced, and the array size and the sorted array is getting filled up from the right. Okay, so the from the right it is going to be filled up, uh, and finally the heap will be exhausted, and we will have the whole array sorted. Okay, so this is how the heap sort algorithm works. So here is an example. So probably okay. So this is let us just wait for some time to restart it. So what we are doing, so see, this is the initial array, so we are making we are creating a max heap out of this array. Okay, so see how we are doing. So we are put 6 first, then we are taking 5, and we are taking 3 and put it in the heap. Next we are considering 1, which is going to be left child of 5, and 8, which is going to be the right child of 5. Now, once we put 8, so the violation of heap property holds, so we swap it. Again, 8 and 6 has a violation, so we can swap it to make it a max heap, right? So 7 will come as a left children of 3, and again it will be swapped because the violation of the heap property. Okay. Next 2 will come as the right children of 7, and finally 4 will come as a left children of 1, which is again the violation of the heap property, so that 2 will be swapped, but 4 and 6 will not be swapped. Okay, so this is what the max heap is from the initial given array. So what we are going to do, we are going to uh, okay, so from this heap we are now showing you in this animation, it is now shown what the array for this heap is going to look like. Okay, so this is how the array is going to look like for this given heap. Okay, now once we have this, what we are doing, we are basically swapping the first element, that is the root, with the last element. Okay, so the last element is now its position, which is marked as black, and next we have to reheapify. So that you can see the reheapify process is now continuing, which are basically rearranging the other elements so that the heapify continues. Okay, so in this way it will continue, and eventually now at this position you can see that the last two elements have been in position, right? So this will continue. So you can see in the given ppt how this is how the animation is working, or how the heap shot works with your time. Okay, allow me to proceed. So heap shot again is a comparison shot, because it is doing the sorting by comparing the value of the elements. It is a in place shot because we are taking the array, and whatever we are doing, we are making a heap, or we are doing the sorting. Everything is done within the array itself, so it is an in place shot. And it is an unstable shot because if there is a duplicate element, it can go anywhere. Okay, I mean sometime it may be to the left of left children of some left subtree, and sometime it may be right subtree, and it can go anywhere. And finally, even when it is shorted, it is a highly I mean there is a good amount of possibility that the relative position of the duplicate elements is not maintained. Okay, or in other terms, it is nothing but an unstable shot. So now trying to find out the time complexity. If you can remember that the time complexity of creating a heap from the initial array, I mean in the first step where we basically created a max heap, is basically taking order of n. Okay, now in each of the n iteration after that, where we are basically swapping the root element, and putting the last element into the root position, and then reheapify. So each heapify operation will take n log n time, and at most n iteration is there. So you can tell it that at most n log n time will be required. Okay. So for creating a max heap from the initial array, will take order of n, plus creating a I mean plus sorting the array using the heap shot in the remaining part, doing the reheapify things. It is going to take order of n log n. Okay. So finally we are going to have the time complexity of order of n log n for this heap shot. Okay, so with this we come to a discussion of the heap shot, and In the next lecture we are going to discuss about amortized analysis. Amortized analysis is another kind of analysis, or the analysis of the algorithms where a particular data structure is involved. Okay, so amortized analysis can only be done with the algorithms where some data structures are involved. If there is no data structure in an algorithm, then amortized analysis cannot be used. So we are going to see why in the next lecture.